welcome to the Ladywing Designs channel. My name is Zakia. Welcome back for another WIP update. We are back on track. It's Wednesday, October, sorry, I've got hair everywhere. Wednesday, October the 7th, 2020. I know what I'm doing. So yeah, I'm glad to see, metaphorically see everyone that comes back and watches and hangs out with me. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. It means a lot to know that y'all like to watch and that I'm not just rambling at a camera for nothing. Yeah, so thank you for coming back. Welcome if you're new. Thank you for being here and checking me out. So this is a cross stitch, or it's a crafty channel, mostly cross stitch, but there's actually a good bit of knitting to talk about today, as you can see spread all out next to me. Yeah, so we're just gonna jump in because I'm looking at my show notes here. I don't have like any admin or things like that to say. I haven't looked at comments or replied to anyone for maybe the last 2 videos. So yeah, I need to get on that. That will happen soon. Maybe as this video is editing or right after it goes up or something. Or as it's uploading. What was I was just thinking about something. Oh, I took last week off. I just gave myself a break and I'm glad I did. I wasn't really like looking forward to recording last week. I was just in an off mood, so we're back. Yay. I did think about doing a vlog the last weekend of September and then it just didn't happen. Whatever. I might vlog sometime during October. I'm kind of in the mood to vlog. I've been thinking about it all weekend pretty much, this past weekend. So there might be a vlog sometime in October. I am thinking that I will vlog during November because it's my birthday month. So that might be fun. Plus I've got some plans for November because birthday month. So yeah, stay on the lookout for that. I'm sure I'll mention it when they happen. Okay, now let's really jump into the things. I need to stop slouching. Can you tell? I slouch and then I'm like, fix it, because I don't like the way it looks in the camera either, so. Okay, I have a couple finishes. The first one that I finished is the Shawl. I guess it doesn't matter. I don't have the pattern with me. Where is it? Oh, it flies. It's right here. So this was a Shawl that I did with Michelle Bindi Stitchy. We have now both finished ours. I haven't gone back on the hashtag to see if anyone else has posted, but if you are stitching this or you're just waiting for it to arrive and you're planning to stitch it, feel free to still use the hashtag because I am following it, so I'll see it. I would love to see other people stitch this up because it's such a cute pattern. So the hashtag is hashtag a squirrel and his nut, Sal, name of the pattern, plus SAL. And this is by Luhu Stitches, so I think you can tell on camera there. It is charted for overdyed threads. I, of course, did mine in DMC. Yeah, so here it is all done. I am in love with it. So I named my squirrel Bartholomew, gender neutral, because yeah, I mean, I'm not really leaning any particular way. Sometimes I will say he, just because in history Bartholomew has been more of a male name, but it's more gender neutral. Yeah, so Bartholomew, I was thinking like, oh, it would be fun to name my squirrel like other people, name their patterns and things. And for some reason, the first name that popped in my head was Bartholomew, and I was like, we're just gonna go with it. And then I was like, but what do I call him besides that? And I didn't want Bart, no offense, Bart, but I didn't want that as the nickname, and Mew sounded too much like a nickname for a cat. So I was like, what about Thalo? That's fine. So, yeah, there you go, Thalo. And my signature is in like the perfect little spot. As always, the list of DMC that I used in this conversion is actually there's both a picture of the conversion and I listed it in the caption on my Instagram post. Uh, just look for this picture on my Instagram and open up the caption and it'll all be there. Or like I said, you can swipe to, I think it's probably the last picture on that post and it shows you all the DMC that I used. You can, I was holding it back here because you can see it's a light blue fabric. It doesn't blow out if I hold it back here. So that's more what the fabric actually looks like. I am kind of thinking about stitching another squirrel, this exact same thing, but with but with more spring colors for the leaves and maybe also for the acorn, I'm not sure. Um, I say spring colors for the leaves, but they would basically just be green. I don't know. I'll have to think about this now. But anyway, I was thinking about just flipping the pattern. So, well, here's the back. Super neat because color completing dream this project was. But I was thinking about like having this one and then maybe stitching a reverse to hang up with it or something. I don't know. Or like have like a pair of pillows. I don't know. There's the back up close. Like I said, super neat because you're using the color in one spot and then you don't really have a choice. Like you have to tie it off and then, jump to somewhere else. Um, yeah. So there's that. These two leaves were the only places where I actually like carried in between because the colors were right there next to each other. I loved this. This was such a fun stitch. So this is, like I said, light blue even weave. It's a 28 count. I got it in the fabric package from a crafty friend that I always mention. I don't think there's anything else I want to say about this one. It was super fun. I enjoyed it. Like I said, I'm thinking about doing a reverse stitch of it. I'm really intrigued. So that, and then the second finished object, I will pop in a picture here, or two pictures actually. The first picture is the hat on the right side that you're supposed to wear it on. This is the Graham hat by Jennifer Adams. It is a free I'm pretty sure it's a free pattern, and it's on Ravelry. I will try to find it. I don't know if it's listed like anywhere else where you could go download the pattern or anything. I will try to find it and we'll see. Just know that it might be a Ravelry link in case that I don't make it clear that it is one. But yeah, I had started this Christmas 2019 for my brother, and technically it didn't get started until the January after. Or maybe it was Christmas 2018. Regardless, I had started it one Christmas for my brother. No, it was last year. Oh my gosh. What is time? Time is like not even a concept anymore. Anyway, I started it Christmas 2019 for my brother. It didn't get started until January, technically. I started all their Christmas projects, Christmas presents in January because House Cup, I'm using it for classes and things. Anyway, so I got through about half of the hat and then never finished it. Oops. My mom and my dad both got their presents. I love how I said I wasn't going to slouch and then I went right back to slouching. Anyway, my parents got their presents and I never finished my brother's. So, yeah. And I don't know if he remembers that, but whatever. He finally got the hat. So I finished it. Surely by now I popped in the picture of the reverse side. And if we'll see. Anyway, surely I popped in 2 pictures. The first one was more textured. It has the pearl bumps showing on that side. You knit the hat on the wrong side. So the second picture that looked a little smoother, because you're seeing the knit stitches, that is the side that's the side of the work that you actually knit on, so that it's easier. You're doing more knitting than purling. Yeah, but when I wove in the ends on that hat, I tried to make it really neat and kind of incognito so that he can wear it on either side that he wants. So it's reversible. And yeah, it was really nice to pick that up again and work on it. It was some good mindless knitting. And it made me miss hat knitting. So, first of all, I'm definitely going to be making another gram hat for myself because I love that it's reversible and it was just easy to knit. Second, I'm now in like a hat knitting mood. I'm really missing my knitting and some of like the processes of knitting different items. I am really wanting to be knitting a sweater right now, so much so that I'm thinking I'm gonna cast on one of the baby sweaters I was gonna knit for my best friend's baby. Um, I just, I think I'm just really missing my knitting. Like, I love cross stitch, but I've done a lot of it this year, and I'm just missing the other crafts because I've also been thinking a lot about my spinning lately. So, yeah, it's fall. What can I say? I want to do all the yarny things because it's fall. Um, okay, so those 2 finished objects. This is the yarn that I used for the hat. I absolutely love it. It's Lime brand Woolies, 80% acrylic, 20% wool. So there it is, Woolies. This is a worsted weight, and it's super soft. I love it. 80% acrylic, 20% wool, and it's amazing. I love it. So I think the hat used a little over half of this skein. Quick math, quick math. Yeah, I think it took about like 80 yards, and this is a 80. No. Okay, the whole skein is 85 grams, so maybe it took about 60 grams. Regardless, okay, I can throw that over there now. Yeah. So regardless, I love that yarn. Highly recommend, and it's worsted weight. So it knits up quicker. Okay, let's just keep going on the knitting train. I was aiming to finish my Siki shawl before September ended so that I could use it for a class in the house cup. And then towards the end of September, and I totally could have made it, y'all. I got myself all the way through. Wait, this is the front side. I got myself to this little bit of yarn left. I need to weigh it. It's maybe about 15 grams, and I'm just gonna call it. I got to the point where I was just like, okay, I'm done. It's fine. I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm happy with where it is. So the pink piglet marker from My Beloved Adoria. You can kind of see it there. Whoops. It's piglet. That is where y'all saw it the last time. So I did all of this, and keep in mind, it doesn't look like it got, like the depth of the shawl increased that much. It did actually. um, but also remember that I'm dealing with this many stitches on the needle, so, and it's a lot. Yeah. So, this is the shawl right now. I'm done adding rows to it. I'm now going to be putting in the bind off row. So, hopefully I will get that done before I film again. Maybe. We'll see. I'm basically already moved on to the next shawl, which is never a good thing. But, yeah. So it's not showing up as accurate as it is. You're seeing more of a royal purple, and it's more of a highlighter magenta type colored. So it's got a bit more pink in it than you're seeing. But yeah, so I'm going to be finishing this off soon, hopefully, and I will make sure to take a picture of it before and after it's blocked so that we can see the difference, because I think that'll be interesting. I always love seeing that. Okay, details, because I've told you none. This is the Siki Shawl Siki by Dawn Henderson. So this is actually the way it's going to be worn. This bit will get blocked out and everything. So it'll get all stretched out, and it's ribbing. This is a free pattern, so I'm not giving anything away, but you knit it in half twisted rib on the front, so the knit stitches are twisted, but the purled stitches aren't. And then the back is just regular 1x1 rib, which allows it really to stretch a lot. So it's going to be a big, cozy shawl. I'm super excited about it. I feel like you can understand more of how gigantic it is if I tell you this is the top. And like, I'm knitting the bottom right now. Like, it's huge. I'm knitting it, or I was using Stranded Dye Works in the Meddlesome colorway. So I had 2 skeins, as you can see, and I alternated them so that the variegation would be more even throughout. It looks fabulous. And the bind off yarn that I'm going to be using, you just do a stretchy bind off. She does detail it in the pattern what you do, so I'm just going to be following that. This yarn is, whoops, hold please. Oh wait, okay, I have a tag, hold on. I can just show you both of them. So and this is these are way old purchases, because Amy used to have, like, a lot of dyers do like fancy names for their yarn bases, and Amy totally did. And now she doesn't have these names anymore. So this used to be her Paradise base. It's now her MCN base. So 80% superwash merino, 10% nylon, 10% cashmere, MCN, merino, cashmere, nylon. Stranded Dye Works is the company, and whoops, not helpful. And the colorway is Meddlesome. And then this contrast yarn is Super Crafty Girl. I tried to link her last time. I linked to the Etsy shop because you can still get to the shop. It'll still pop up, but there's nothing over in it. I'm not sure if she's still dyeing or not. So yeah, there's that. I will link that Etsy shop again like I did last time, but like I said, I'm not sure if she's still dyeing. This is on her Oasis base, which is 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, and the colorway is Love Knots. This was just a mini that I bought, 20 grams, 92 yards. So yeah, I'm gonna use that mini. Okay, I think that's what I wanted to say about that. I just got right into talking about the shawl, and then it was like, you have told them none of the details. So this is being knit on, I'll just hold it up, ChowGoo. You can see the red lace cable. This is size US 3.25 millimeter. All of my knitting projects are on ChowGoo needles because they're my favorites. Yeah, just putting it out there. They're my favorites. So after I was working on the shawl, and then I got it to the point where I wanted to bind off, and I kept going back to it like, yeah, you know, that's all I gotta do. I just gotta get it bound off, and then I can know exactly how much yardage I can get for the cup and blah blah blah. I never finished it. Obviously, it's still on the needles. I didn't even turn it in for a class. It's fine. I'm not stressing it. I just said, you know, I'm gonna focus on crafting my bliss right now, which is totally a phrase that they say in the cup, especially in the Slytherin House group. We say that all the time. craft your bliss. Like, I'm not gonna stress if I don't get the one class a month for sorting priority. Well, it'll be okay. I've already been on SOS, student on sabbatical, on leave basically. I've already been SOS for like a whole year now, so whatever. It's not gonna make a difference. I'm just enjoying my knitting again. So if you've been here a little bit now, you know this is my sock bag, Harry Potter fabric from Manacori Creations. My sweet friend Eleni in Greece. So, um, again, another My Beloved Adoria stitch marker. You can see the little like X for the butt. I think it's hilarious. This one is Cheshire Cat. So, yeah, from that stitch marker up is what I've done since you've last seen this. This is a sock tube out of, do I have the tag? This is a sock tube that I'm making out of Patton's Quarry socks in the colorway Gray Brown Marl. And yeah, we're getting there. So I am literally almost done, y'all. I think the last like big section in the color repeat is going to be the brown. Yeah, so I pretty much what you're seeing, like this hanging bit off of this game, it's basically all of this section that I have left. So I have to finish this section, and then there will be a brown. It'll be the in-between colors will come through, and then I'll have the brown here again, and then somewhere near the end of this brown, I am going to start decreasing for my toe. As you can see, sorry if y'all can hear that. They're doing like yard work and stuff at my complex today. Yeah, so as you can see, like each in between each colors, they're like the two other colors, right? So the toe down here started with the two other colors and then went into, it used up most of this first stripe. So maybe, okay, so maybe I will be starting it a little bit like in the middle of that brown stripe. We'll see. It doesn't matter either way to me. Whatever like tiny bit of yarn that I have left over from this will probably just get trashed because I'm not going to, or you know, that sounds horrible, but I'm not gonna like want to put it in another project or anything. So we'll see. And I might, like, I'm not going to trash it until I completely finish the socks. So no stress if something, and maybe that's a good reason to not trash it in case something happens to the socks. I'll have a tiny bit left. Never mind. I'll be keeping it just in case. But yeah, so here is where I'm at. So this tube, I have done sock tubes both from toe to toe and from cuff to cuff. And it works the same way. So my feet are tiny. I wear a US 6 or 6.5 women's shoe. So I only need one 50-gram ball to make a pair of socks. Like, I legitimately only need 50 grams to make a decent pair of socks for myself. So usually when I knit like a longer leg on my socks, I end up using like 60 grams for the pair. Sometimes it's nice being this small. That's all I'm gonna say. It does kind of work out when it comes to knitting and how much I need to buy. That luck of the draw, I suppose. Anyway, yeah, so I'm knitting a long tube out of the 50-gram ball. I started with a toe. I will end at a toe at the other end, and then I'll try to at least take some pictures. I probably will not be like filming a tutorial or anything for how to do this. There are YouTube tutorials for that already. And I learned from one, so like y'all can totally learn from that as well. I probably won't make a video, especially not right now at least. But yeah, I'll try to at least take pictures throughout the process so that y'all can see it. So when I finish, there will be another toe at this end, toe to toe, and then I'll split it in the exact center, and I will put cuffs on each sock. So then each one will have a toe at one end and a cuff at the other, and then I will measure and cut in for an afterthought heel. And like I said, I'll take pictures as I do all of that. I am knitting these on my ChowGoo Mini Twist interchangeables, US 00 1.75 millimeter. So that's that. That's all the sock knitting that I did. And then October started, and I love how I was like, oh, I don't have, okay, sidebar. Yesterday, I was thinking about what I was going to show on this episode, and I was like, oh yeah, I really don't have that much to show. It's like 5 projects total. It should be like, about half an hour, a little bit over, whatever. And then I actually started looking at the things I had to talk about. I had completely forgotten that I'd like worked on the socks. Somehow forgotten that I was supposed to show the Siki. I don't know what I was thinking about. It's fine. I'm not going to remember that if it's on the floor. So, October started. And I was originally going to finish this, originally it was going to be finished in September, whatever. And I was like, I can still bind that one off, use it for detention or something, and start the second Siki shawl that I want to start. Okay. And I had, this all ready to go. I was like, yes, it's going to be fabulous. Like, I had it sitting there next to me. Like, as soon as I cast one off, I'm going to cast the next one on. And then I had gotten behind on Floss Tube and knitting podcast, and so I was catching up on those, and came across a video. So all the sidebars, y'all are here for it. Plus, this is kind of more like how I watch YouTube. Or how I watch craft videos, that's more accurate, because I watch a lot of music stuff on YouTube as well. Anyway, if I'm watching your channel and I, like anyone else, I want to be updated on the videos that you put out, I will hit the subscribe button, and then I also hit the notification bell next to it, and I hit all for like everyone that I watch, almost everyone that I watch, essentially. There are a lot of channels, like there are a good few lately that I've started watching, and I guess that they have their channel set to made for kids. So I can't, you can't hit the bell and turn on any of the notifications, which kind of sucks because I just have to work off of happenstance and remember to check this. They'll still pop up in the subscriptions updated list, which is helpful, but also, y'all, I watch a ridiculous, I have notifications on for a ridiculous amount of people. So, yeah, it's fine. Maybe they don't know. Maybe I should tell them, but I also don't want to be like, turn your notifications on. But I don't know. Y'all get where I'm coming from, right? Anyway, I haven't really missed one yet from any, the people that I'm thinking about in my head that I have to, keep check on. I haven't missed one yet, so, because I always watch them, so YouTube knows at some point it will, put it in my view, hey, this person's put up a new video, so really it's fine. I'm not struggling or anything. Regardless, when people's notifications come up on my devices, I generally will just hit the watch later button. So everything's in my watch later playlist, typically in the order that they came out. Sometimes I'll go through when I'm watching, and I might rearrange them so that I have a bunch of knitting ones in order, or cross stitch ones, what have you. But generally I'll just watch them back in whatever order they end up on the list in. Anyway, all that to say, I was watching Floss Tube and came down the list. Okay, sorry. I have text messages. Okay. Gotta make sure they're not important. So, anyway, I was watching my watch later playlist and catching up on people, and came across a Caddy Jacks Knits episode. I don't remember which one it was now. Maybe the 6,000 subscriber episode where they like pulled the winners. Regardless, they had started a few episodes before that. They had talked about and started a cal for the half wrap cal. I will put in a picture here. I'm gonna have a lot of editing to do. Anyway, this, okay. The hashtag that they are using for the cal on Instagram is hashtag half wrap cal, K-A-L, stands for knit along. The name of the pattern, the actual name of the pattern is half plus half, like half and half. Half and half triangles wrap, and it's by Pearl Soho. Like I said, a picture will go up there. They don't have the greatest pictures of this either on the pattern page because it's a free pattern, so it's just on their website and you can go through and read. They talk about the yarn and different combinations and stuff, and then they show you the pattern on the website. There are not that many great pictures of it, like actually showing the shawl, which is always disappointing when that happens. But basically it's just a giant square that is designed in two triangles, and I did read on there where they left a comment to somebody, and they were saying it is meant to be folded in half in the triangle and worn as a shawl. Who knows what I'll actually end up using it as. I love that it's going to be square. I've wanted to make a square like shawl wrap for a while. So anyway, it's in this bag, and I don't know where I got this bag from. It doesn't have a maker's tag on it at all. And I feel like I definitely bought it off of Etsy, but now I'm thinking maybe I didn't because I can't find it in my Etsy purchases. And I went through almost like 15 pages of purchases, y'all, and I didn't see it. So I don't know who it's from, but I just happened to find it one day and had to have it. It's a large, I do remember they're a large size. So yeah, I love this bag. Geometric and super colorful. It's awesome. So the pattern is designed for you to have either two skeins each of two colors, or three skeins each of the two colors if you're doing the larger size. I am doing the smaller size, so I needed two skeins for one side and two skeins for the other. Ideally, you want them to be the same size or the same color, but that's not how my stash is working right now. So I decided to put together some yarn because that's what we do here. Okay, I'm just going to stack these, stop being difficult. So the first half of the shawl, let's just do this. I'm just going to show you where I'm at. The first half of the shawl is being knit in these two colors, and as you can see, I am alternating. I didn't want to do like 4 blocks of color. Yeah, it might not have looked bad. I didn't want that, so I'm alternating the skeins. This is, darn it, the tags are on the inside. Haha. It's gonna be fine. This is what happens. The beauty of this project is that 2 skeins are from one dyer and the other 2 skeins are from a different dyer. I'll further explain the awesomeness of this in a second. So, okay, F, sorry, whoops. Who knows if that'll get cut out. I'm like super struggling right now, and I feel like y'all can see it. So these 2 skeins I ordered forever ago at the same time, and there was actually a 3rd skein that I ordered to go with them. But this is Rita Mae Yarns in her Sweet Pea sock base, or maybe this was Orchid sock. No, I'm not sure. I feel like this is her Sweet Pea sock because it is 75/25. But Rita Mae Yarns, both of these are. Her fingering weight, 75/25 superwash merino nylon blend, 463 yards. This is Chai and Raspberries. You can see a little bit of that pink coming through for the raspberries. And then this is Autumn Leaves. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. So these are kind of like older skeins that I'd had and I'm using, and they got purchased at the same time, which was kind of cool. And then these other two skeins, so those are more of my variegated, and then these are tonals that have speckles over in them. And these are both from Lolo Did It, and they're from the Quotable Dumbledore Sock Club. So I'm really excited because I'm using this yarn, and so this is like newer yarn to the stash. And I mean, they weren't purchased at the same time, but they're for the same club. So it's kind of fun that it's like mixing the old with the new. I love it. I'm super excited about it. So this one is Choices. I'm gonna pop in. I need to look it up on my phone so that I can tell you what they say. But I'm going to pop in a picture here of the, where's this picture? I'm going to pop in a picture here on the screen of what I'm reading. So this one is the bottom quote. It was the August 2020 colorway for the club, and the name of this one is Choices. So the quote, I thought that both of these skeins, the quotes that were on them from Dumbledore, are very indicative of just where I am and where the world is right now. So this one was the August skein, the bottom quote, and it says, or the quote was, "It is our choices, Harry, that show what we truly are, far more than our abilities. Get out and vote." That's all I'm going to say. If you're not registered to vote, look into that, because a lot of states, like, those deadlines are coming up. Get out and vote. And then the other skein, here we go. So this one is called Words, and it was the February color. The quote was, "Words are, in my not so humble opinion, our most inexhaustible source of magic, capable of both inflicting injury and remedying it." Yeah, perfect. I think that one was actually, it's fine. I've been dealing with a lot of, like, I don't feel like adulting things lately, so I feel like the Choices one was more the me at the moment. But it also, like, they both really work with where the world is right now. So go Dumbledore. Always good quotes. Yeah. And then I'm just super excited about this. So these two skeins that I'm working with now are very fall. And then I thought these two skeins are super, like, Huga, cozy, just like cuddle up winter vibes. So I'm really excited. One half will be, whoops, well, I can't, nope, Butterfingers. One half will be very fall, and the other half will be very, like, cozy winter. So I'm excited. It's gonna be perfect. I'm gonna live in this. I'm hoping that it turns out to basically be a blanket. Because that would be even better. Yay, and I'm still at the stopping point that I was at last night. So it's all, as you can see, it's all squished up on the needles. So this is basically what it's looking like right now. That's what I was gonna say. The Lolo Did It is on her plush sock base. So it's 75% superwash merino, 15% nylon, and 10% tencel. So it's cheaper than the MCN base, but it's still super soft because of the tencel. So yeah, it's a little bit thicker. The Lolo Did It because of that, and then the Rita May. But I like you can't really tell on screen, but I like the effect that it's giving. It is making, and I did actually go up a needle size also. The pattern says to use a size 3, a US 3, and I am using a US 4, which is a 3.5 millimeter. So yeah, the Rita May yarn has more yardage, so that's the one that I used to cast on down there. And then so I cast it on with it, and then I did the first garter bump. So the first 2 rows down and back, I did it with that color as well. And then I started the alternating. And I'm going to show you this side. So there are short rows. The way that you knit up the pattern, you knit it in 2 triangles. And so how you're doing that, like I said, it's a free pattern, so I'm not giving anything away. And they do have a tutorial video also. And I think Caddy Jacks put up a video for how to do the short rows with German short rows instead of wraps and turns, because it is written for wraps and turns. But I love a good wrap and turn, so I'm here for it. I'm just doing it as written. But yeah, you can see there's the bottom edge, and then the wraps and turns are building the slant that'll go across the center diagonal. So yeah, I'm loving it. I'm super loving it. It's really looking Gryffindor at the moment, but I'm here for it. It also, when I first kicked off these 2 fall colors, it immediately made me think Virginia Tech. It's not exactly hokey colors, but it made me think about Jessie Marie. Plus, I was starting this as I was watching her latest video, her movie, so that was really nice. I was like, look, we're all... she was being inspired by all the people knitting lately, and they are also inspiring me because a lot of people are working on shawls, and I'm just going to put these in here. The bag is big enough. Yeah, I'm just here for it. All the knitting. All the knitting. So I'll show these because y'all saw me pulling them out of the bag. This is my ChowGoo Interchangeables needle set. It's the twist needles, which are the metal ones. I got the full set. I don't really use the large size needles, but I like knowing that I have those things in case I eventually need them, because every once in a while I do actually work with larger yarn. So, okay, let me take out the stuff in the center. Extra needles and, or empty cords rather. These are the interchangeable cords, so you can see they don't have needles on them. You twist the needles on, the needle tips on there. And then extra cords and things. This is the needle set. So you can see this is the small side. Most of them are missing. I think I'm actually doing pretty good that all of these are in here. And then this is the large side. Yeah. And then they have like little accessories that also come with it. You get end stoppers if you need to take the tips off and still have stitches on the cords. You can put end stoppers on there. There are also, you can see down there, there are also connectors. So if you don't have a cord long enough, or you just want to combine 2 of them, you can combine 2 of the cords and then make a longer cord. It's amazing. They give you stitch markers. There's a needle gauge. Oh, and this is just an empty case for an extra cord. So I keep all of that up here, which I'm pretty sure is where they had it too, but I just keep it up here because it's easier. So that, oh, fabulous. Okay, I'll fix it in a second. So that is my ChowGoo interchangeable set, and then this project bag is from, or Notions pouch, is from Quirky Monday Craft Cast, Kalisha. Hold please. Whoops, sorry, shaking. Quirky Monday. I'm gonna forget. Okay. I'm gonna have to watch this back though, because I'm gonna have to edit in a lot, so it doesn't matter. I got this from her a while ago. Yeah, just a little Notions pouch, and I have a sewing tape measure, which is pretty much the one that I grab. I have another like little star tape measure. I actually need to put this one in my purse so that I have one in my purse. But yeah, so I have a container with my stitch markers, a bag for all my little progress keepers in there, and apparently there's a couple crochet hooks down here. Broken stitch markers I will a lot of times just toss in here if they're not back in these cases. I keep a pair of kitty scissors in here because it's a pair of scissors if I don't have another one. So that is what stays in here. And this is essentially just a knitting notions pouch. I need to figure out one for cross stitch. Okay, so that was that. Y'all, I haven't even talked about the cross stitch yet. What in the world? Okay, let me just, so we can be done kind of with the knitting. This yarn is now not going to be a second Siki shawl. I am going to, I have a little bit of gift card money to spend, so I'm going to buy, I have 2 skeins of this color, and I'm going to buy 2 skeins of another color. I'm not sure which yet. I need to see what's in store. But I'm going to buy another 2 skeins, another color, 2 skeins of it, because 2 skeins of this yarn is enough to make the large size of the half and half triangles wrap. So, yeah, so now that's what I'm going to do with this yarn. We'll see if it actually happens or not. And for those of you that haven't been here before or seen it before, this is Loops and Threads Wool-like. It's 678 yards. Where's the 85% acrylic, 15% nylon. It's a light fingering weight. It's super soft. It's great to work with. And then this yarn, I can't remember if I showed this or not. This is Earth Yarns, URTH, in their unique base, which is the worsted weight. I think that's the correct, or maybe the unique line. Not sure exactly. But this gorgeous skein of yarn, and it does have some greens in it that are not popping up because my camera does not like green. But this beautiful skein is going to be a hat for my mom. She bought it 2 years ago in Nashville, and yeah, I was supposed to make a design with it. It's not going to be a design anymore. I thought, you know, I'm going to ask her what she wants this to be because it was going to be a hat. And yeah, she just wants it to be a basic stockinette hat. So that's what we're going to go with. Yeah, so that's like knitting plans basically. Let's get into the cross stitch whips because there really aren't. I've only got 3 here. Yeah, I've only got 3. So let's talk about these. I'll show you this one first because I really didn't do that much on it. I will pop in the before picture from last time. Honestly, just look at the picture real good, y'all, because I can't even remember what I did. Yeah. Oh, and I guess it doesn't help that that's like up here blocking the way. So now I'm going to put in that before picture. Hopefully I remember to wait a second. Yeah, I don't feel like I did too much on this, but it is starting to come together. It's getting filled in slowly but surely. So this is Fairy Circle by Carolyn Manning Designs. I'm stitching it 2/1 on 18 count, full, excuse me, full cross. It is a full coverage pattern. Grime Guard from Silver Moon Sewing on Etsy, and Needle Minder is from Abby Top Knot Stitcher. She sent it along with an order that I made. So yeah, like I said, not much to really talk about. I can't even remember what I did on it, so that's not helpful. My next project is this cover image on the October 2020 issue of Just Cross Stitch magazine. This is Happy Halloween by Doreen Jones. I am using this as my pumpkin because Thanksgiving still has not come back out. I'm using this as my pumpkin project for the hashtag Giant Ass Pumpkin Sal. Join in anytime you want. They really don't even have to be giant. Yeah, it's a pumpkin sal. There's also either hashtag Great Pumpkin Sal or the Great Pumpkin Sal. I didn't check that before now. Maybe I will during editing. But yeah, that other floss tubers are doing, and that's just anything with a pumpkin. So there you go, all the pumpkin sals. I took this off because I'm stitching it in hand, so I had to unroll it. But I'm using my Hello Pumpkin needle minder from Caterpillar Cross Stitch because It's a pumpkin. So you can see it's rolling up from me. So, okay, I totally got this from Michelle Bendy Stitchy. She rolls up her projects, and then I might as well just do it. Oops, well, that's helpful. You roll up the project, and then you put the needle minder on it, and it keeps it rolled up, and then you can just work wherever you're working. I I think it's brilliant. I've been using it ever since she first like showed that off on her Stitch with Me's. But yeah, so here I am on this project. I finished the black outline of the border a couple nights ago, and then this morning I started on filling in the orange. So yay, I'm gonna work on filling in this border because it's super mindless. This pattern is completely full coverage. Um, like everything's filled in. So that's gonna be fun. Um, yeah, it won't really be getting done anytime soon, but I'm enjoying working on it. So I will be working on filling in the border right now, and if I happen to get bored of that, then I'm gonna work from the bottom up. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's coming out great. So this is 32 count light mocha Belfast linen. I just ordered it off of 123 Stitch. Okay, and of course the pen is not working, so I'll save you the shaking of me trying to get it to work. This is totally not centered on the fabric. Don't worry, everything's Gucci. Yeah, so I'm using the called for DMCs 2/2. It's going fabulously. So there's that. And then the other project that I've been working on is Relentless. So I'm keeping this in a Kindle size Libby Moore Studio sleeve. It's Quidditch Through the Ages on the outside, and Michelle, is this batik fabric? Is that what we call this? And it's sparkly gold on the inside, so that's nice. I am keeping the flosses in a Floss Buddy Bendy Flip. So those are all the colors that I'm using in this project. I substituted the yellow, a different yellow. Okay, actually, we're gonna come back. It'll make sense when I tell you what the project is. I will pop in some pictures here. This is the original pattern by Ink Circles. It's called Relentless. It was released in 2015 in celebration of gay marriage being legalized. So that's the original pattern, and then I started this at the end of May when I found it, and then it ended up being a Sal, so hashtag Relentless Love Sal, and I started it with Claire over at Beautiful Clarity, and I'm bringing it back out in October because this is Claire's birthday month. So I'm working on it because she's the one that I started the Sal with. And then back in June when we started the Sal for Pride Month, this is just my printout of the pattern. Hold, please. You can see I'm highlighting like crazy. So yeah, it helps with the fill-in. But anyway, back in June, Mocha, she is at Millennium Stitcher on Instagram. She did a conversion. I was thinking about doing a conversion for black and brown people, BIPOC people, so that there would be some brown over in here. And then she also had a little bit of a conversion in here for transgender people because their lives also matter. And it was to update the latest version of the Pride flag. So it's the 6 original rainbow colors, and then there's also the blue, white, pink of the transgender flag, and black and brown for people of color. Anyway, I started this the end of May. The rest of June, I finished up all of the black outlined. and then started in on filling in the colors. So when I show it to you on the videos, I might be, you know, in between on a color. Whatever, we're gonna roll with it. But as far as posting on Instagram and social media, I'm gonna try to only post as I finish colors, unless I'm doing sneak peeks or something, but probably not. I will be posting full pictures of this after each color because that's how I'm working it, and I think that's, yeah, I think it'll be really fun to see that. So, oh, I don't know if I said, or anyway, here's the picture of the conversion that Mocha came up with. So, and go to her Instagram. She has a highlight on her Instagram profile if you want to see a little bit more about the conversion. And then she has a really nice graphic, like laying out all of the changes and what she recommends and stuff. So you can message her if you want that graphic. You ready? Are you ready? This is where I am. You guys, or y'all, ladies and gents, you know what I mean. Oh my gosh, I'm so stoked. I'm enjoying this so much. So yeah, this is where I'm at right now. So there were actually a couple spots up here where I didn't have all the black done. It's done now. And then after I had posted my brown and red pictures for having completed it, this little bit of red was down here, complete wrong spot. So that's also now fixed, and I'm hoping that I'm not messing up any of the orange as I go along or leaving anything out. I'm like triple checking all the time. So you can see that I did the red, and then because I forgot that I wanted to do the brown first, so I finished the red, posted that picture, and then I went back and made sure that I did the browns so that I don't accidentally stitch over any of that. So there's a lighter brown that's in the corners, and then you can see the lighter one here, and then the inside is the darker brown, and I also did these bits in the darker brown, and then these 4 corner pieces are in the lighter brown. But yeah, so that's where it's at. So the black, the red, and the browns are all done. I'm working on the orange, and we're almost done with the orange too. So this is where the color bit comes back in. So Mocha had the brown conversion, like figured out where to place it and such, and then also she thought to add the lines across some of these arrows to represent the transgender symbol. So in the in the in the photo that she gives on the conversion thing, she has it to keep it symmetrical as a mandala. She has this, like, this one's crossed, this top one is also crossed, and then it's the 2 on the bottom that are crossed to keep it looking symmetrical. As I was stitching it, I decided it would be more fun to, you know, make each corner different because we're all different. So this one, in this little cluster here, the top one has the line. And this one, since this one had the top one, I changed it. So this one has the side. And then down here, moved it again. So now it's on the bottom. And then over here, it's on the side again. So, like, this one, you know, they're not the same. It's not going to be the same at all. I'm in love with it. And then, so back to what I was saying for the colors. I changed this yellow to be actually yellow. This is 740 and this was supposed to be 742. It would have blended more, but I want this bright yellow instead. And then this one was a like tealy, bluey green color. Again, probably to help it blend more, but I decided to change this to 3766. I don't know if that's the suggested color or one close to it, but that is a light blue to, okay, not suggested like in the Relentless pattern. I looked up DMC colors to go with the pride flags, and it's either this color that's recommended for the transgender pride blue, or it's very close to what's recommended. I can't remember. But yeah, so that will be another way that I am putting in the transgender lives matter bit. Um, I was going back and forth between whether to make this the pink color or the blue color, but the original color that was here, like I said, was a bluey green. So I figured it would be better to go with the blue because it was just closer to what was actually called for. It won't throw it off too much. So, not that I think it'll throw it off. You know what I mean? So, yeah, those are the colors. They're actually not all listed. Um, I mean, besides the addition of the browns, changing the yellow, and changing this blue, like, there's really, like, and I will tell you, it doesn't matter. When I finish the project, I'll have all the colors listed. But, if you are on Ravelry, I don't know if this one's on if it went up on the blog. Oh no, because I started it after I stopped updating it. But if you are on Ravelry and you can look over there, it doesn't, cause you too many issues or anything. On this project page, I have the changes listed. So if you have the pattern, you'll know the called for colors, and then you can just add in the browns and change these two because I do have those listed. So there's that. Can we just talk about this? I love it. Rainbow butterflies. It's perfect. So yeah, again, this is on 32 count light mocha Belfast linen. The needle minders are from Stitchin' Button and 1884 Stitchery. Yay! So this is back out for Claire's birthday. At first I had a ridiculous goal to finish it by her birthday. I have 5 days. Not gonna happen. So I'm hoping to get it done at some point before October is complete. And that's all the WIPs, y'all. So the only other thing that I really want to mention before I shut this out, because we're right over an hour, so this is perfect. Plans. So I already talked about my mom's hat, and eventually the second half and half wrap will happen. That's not going to be a right now thing, but my mom's hat I would like to start sometime soon and get that done, especially now that I have a pattern idea for it. And then the Frankenstein Sal, I have it right here. I can show it to you. It's fine. The Frankenstein Sal with Stitching Book Club is about to have the third part released. So I mean, based off how the rest of it has happened, maybe this is going to be part 3, and then the part 4 bit will be the border. That's maybe what I'm thinking, but I have no idea how she's going to release it, so we'll see. Yeah, so part 3 comes out. So all the middle word Frankenstein and the borders were released as like a prequel, so to speak, since it is also a read-along, a little book terminology. So that was more of a prequel, and then, or prologue. They're both book terminology, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, and then this one, the ship and the house, were part 1. These blocks were part 2. So we will see what comes out this Saturday. And of course, it is football Saturday again because it's fall and it's football season. Yeah, but we don't have a home game here. I'll come back to that in a second. We don't have a home game, so I don't have to work. So I will be sitting down and working on that when that comes out. Have I started reading the book? No, it's buried in this pile right here. I can't even see it because it's so buried. Regardless. At this point, I'm just not even holding myself to anything. Like, if I start reading it, like, I do want to reread it. It's not that I don't want to reread it. I'm barely reading it all right now. I was going really good and reading for a bit there, and I'm out of it again. It's okay. But yeah, so I might end up just stitching along and not even reading the book while everyone else is. That's fine. That really won't bother me. It'll be okay. I can always read later and be like, oh, that's what that was for. It's fine. yeah, so that's coming out, Mom's hat. And then, really, other than that, as far as plans, I'm just going to keep working on my projects. Like I said, I'm saying it here so that maybe it'll happen. I would really like to have this Siki shawl bound off. At least bound off, so that I can have the needle back, but it would be nice if I could get it bound off and blocked. Because we're getting like 80-degree weather again because we're going to be hit with storms and stuff this weekend from Hurricane Delta. Everyone stay safe out there, as safe and everything as you can. But yeah, it's a hot spell right now, so I'm not like, I'm wearing this, but I totally like had a whole breakout in sweat moment while I was recording this video. You might have been able to tell, I have no idea. Yeah, so I will probably have another week or so maybe before like we're full on for sure fall. We're not gonna get any more summer. So I've got a little bit of time to finish that and get it blocked. And then working on Relentless. I'm trying to work on it a little bit every day. So far, not counting today because I haven't stitched on that yet today, but so far I've stitched on Relentless every day in October. I'd like to keep that going. As I was trying to find the colorful project bag to see where I'd ordered it from, looking through my Etsy purchases, and I remembered quite a few things that I bought and haven't started. So I saw and remembered that maybe 2 years ago, I think it was 2 years ago now, the first year that I was cross stitching, I bought, there was a Halloween sale, so literally like 2 years ago now. It was a Halloween sale that the Witchy Stitcher did, and this was one of the patterns that I bought from her. I practiced Stitchcraft, so I was looking at that, and I have a Harry Potter project that I only got a few letters of it done, the spells one, and that's on Black Ada. I'm gonna rip that out because I'm not gonna stitch it anymore, at least not right now. So I'm thinking that when I frog that, I might start I Practice Stitchcraft. I have no idea. I would like to do it during October because I totally think I could get it done during October, but I don't even know when I'm gonna start frogging or anything. So that's also kind of on plans, just randomly thrown in there because I was thinking about it. And then what I said I would come back to, um, also just kind of like personal about me stuff in case you don't know. So I am still basically a college student. I am taking this semester off, so I'm not actually like in classes or anything. For those of you who don't know, this is basically my 6th year of college now. I've gone through 5. I'm taking off this semester, but it's still like the start of my 6th year of college. I'm hoping to go back next semester, but we'll see. I might end up taking a whole year off. I don't even know. We'll see. The plan is to start back in January, though. That is the plan. I am a hospitality major and a Spanish hospitality management major and a Spanish minor. I'm almost done. I have 2 semesters left, so I'm really close to being done, which is if you've gone to college and like even like high school, I feel like that last stretch phase is just like, can we be done already? So I'm kind of getting that way with college, which is one of the reasons I really want to get back in it next semester so that I can just get this over with. Yeah, I did change my major. A lot of you, if you've been here for a while on the channel, you'll know that I used to be an accounting major. I changed my major after last year. So my 5th year of college was the first year that I was in a hospitality management major. Anyway, I'm loving it. Yeah, I'm burning out on college. And then where I was going with that, as I've been in school, I found a job in the stadium, starts off in the football stadium during the fall, and then during the spring semester, it's premium seating. So during the spring semester, we also have premium seating in basketball, gymnastics, and baseball. And I usually end up working at least one game from all of those sports as well, because I love my job. I love the people. It's amazing. I love it. I love seeing the guests because a lot of them go to like it's really fun during the spring when there's weekends where there's a Friday baseball game to start the series, and then there's basketball or gymnastics that night, and so those two stadiums are right next to each other, so it's fun to see like some people in baseball and they're like, all right, we're going over to watch this other sport now. It's just super fun. So anyway, all of that. Yeah, so last week was the second week of SEC football and Alabama's first home game. Oh, did I mention that? I go to the University of Alabama, which is why I'm in Alabama. So, yeah, anyway, last week was our first home game, which that was really fun. There were a lot of people that came back. Um, Yeah, there were a ton of new people as well. We always have a ton of new people every year, but there were a lot more of us that stayed than I thought were going to be there. So that was really fun. Getting to see all the directors for the different sides, and our stadium just got renovated, so we have premium seatings on all four sides of the stadium now, and yeah, it was just great. I wasn't necessarily looking forward to it beforehand because I've just been in this like blah mood lately and like very like self-conscious, like I've kind of been having an existential crisis lately. Like, what am I doing here? What's my purpose? Like, what? Like, why? Um, like, what am I doing with my life, basically? How am I contributing? Anyway, so it was just nice to be back at work and to see some people that truly put smiles on my face. It was great. Um, but yeah, so that's kind of a life update. What's been happening a little bit. Yeah, football was last week. It was very tiring. I pretty much it pretty much took me until Monday night to like recover and kind of feel normal again after that. But I've got my rest back, which is fabulous. I get oh, excuse me, I get a week off this week because we have an away game, and then next week will be another home game. I'm gonna be honest, this one's gonna be even tougher to be excited about because our kickoff time is 7 o'clock p.m. So I'm gonna be at work for a while. Um, but yeah, okay. It's Wednesday. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I don't even know what time I started recording. Over an hour ago for sure. So, I'm gonna go find some lunch and make myself do some adulting because this is ridiculous. I need to get some stuff done. And then, yeah, at some point I will be editing this. Hopefully it will be up on Thursday for y'all to watch. And yeah, I'll just see you in the next video. I have no idea what's gonna happen. Like I said, I've been feeling like I want to vlog, so I don't know if that'll happen for the next video, but definitely be on the lookout for it. I'll be thinking of some some creative time to like put on a vlog or something. I don't know. I would rather it be interesting. I feel like I've just been very like uninteresting lately. It's a me thing. It's fine. Yeah, so I hope everyone is doing as well as we can be in these literally crazy times. I hope you're staying as healthy as possible. Wear your mask, people. Please wear your mask. Stay home as much as you can. Try not to congregate around too many people if you can manage to do that. Yeah, register to vote, get out and vote. Early voting is happening in a lot of places. Vote by mail if you have to, but please exercise your right to vote. Um, yeah, so I need to figure out like a better way to end my videos. Everyone has all these like nice taglines. Um, yeah, I I don't really have one. Somehow I kind of like the rambling to finish. I feel like it's more me anyway. It's more appropriate. But yeah, anyway, if someone can come up with like a nice one-liner to end my videos, that would be fabulous. I would totally give you credit, but it would be nice. I don't know. I just want to. This is like everyone's a cool kid if you're making videos whatsoever. You're a cool kid, but I want to be like the cool kids. Yeah, I feel like I need a tagline. Anyway, let me stop rambling because I could, for real, do this all day. So, yeah. Until next time, like I said, stay sane, stay healthy, stay safe. Do whatever you need to do right now to get yourself through another day, another hour, another minute, however you need to do that. So until next time, hafty, oh my gosh. That's how my Wednesday's gonna go. Until next time, happy crafting. Bye y'all.